Yo, it's MOPOWERZ, and we are BACKAGAIN on another FRIDAY. And if this is your first time watching the MOPOWERZ, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation on this LIVE. Yes, this is a sad live, you all. Like, how many times do you have to go through this? How many times do you have to go through this? Right? In fact about it, I wish I had something, but I don't. But how many times will you go through this, meaning that police killing black men? And in this case, it was Amir Locke in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who really is a martyr in a way. And you say, why is he a martyr? Because the Minneapolis Police Department, went inside his apartment where he was residing. The video, you can Google that, okay? I don't have to show you that. I wish that you would just Google it. And you can see how the police entered Amir's Locke apartment where he was sleeping. And what? He fatally got shot by a Minneapolis police officer, devil man, department. And yes, they say that he had a gun. They say that he had a gun. But me as a videographer, I know how they can manipulate the footage. Even if they did not manipulate the footage, they killed that young black man, 22 years old, Amir Rice, and according to his attorney, had a legal right for that firearm. He had a legal right for that firearm. But they shot and killed him anyway after the fact that they went in illegally. They went in his place illegally where he was sleeping and then kicked the couch while he was laying on, and told him to get the fuck on the ground. He did nothing. In fact about it, he wasn't even on the search warrant list. Okay? He wasn't even on the search warrant list. Chief Arredondo, black man, Minneapolis Police Department, he stepped down because he got tired of apologizing to black families for the murder that KKK police officers did to black people. He got tired. I mean, think about it. How can you as a black man continuously apologize to black family members, black mothers, for the disgrace that white devil KKK men have done on your watch? But you're a chief. The same as with Barack Obama, right? Same as with, what's his name? Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court. The same as Eric Holden. The black man, all of these are black men who were in position of power. You even had a Barack Obama who was in position of power of the country, and he could not do what? Stop white police officers for killing black men. And just so happened this young black man, Amir Locke, hey, I ain't got no photos. It's time out for that shit. Do some fucking research. Stop playing your PS5s, right? Stop smoking all them blunts that you smoke every day, right? Stop chasing your bitch who ain't thinking about you, right? Right? Stop watching those videos on BET, right? Stop watching hip hop and basketball, right? It's all of this focus for you. I haven't seen anybody talk about this. Why? Another young black man has died at the hand of white police. KKK members. And like I said, Clarence Thomas or Barack Obama, or whatever his name is, okay? And Eric Holden, who is the Attorney General, which is a black guy, they couldn't even stop the white police and their presidents and the Attorney General and Supreme Court Justice of the United States, right? So what does that tell you when Joe Biden says that he's going to, sanction a black woman in the place of the former white guy of the Supreme Court Justice of the United States of America? Are you fucking serious? Yes, I'm upset. And you too should be upset, black man, black woman. How much longer will you tolerate this? He had a gun, according to the footage that they manipulated, and maybe they not. Even if they didn't, according to his attorney, he had a right to that firearm. He had a right to that firearm. They didn't knock. If you see the video, you know what? You got a phone over there? Let me get on real quick. I'll be right back. You got a phone over there? Open that phone. Okay, so ain't you worry about it. Hey, you all. It's the MOPOWERZ. And you know what? Forget the phone. Just go Google it. Google it yourself. It's nationwide, worldwide for you to see. I'm really sad about this. I'm going to check into MOPOWERZ. Okay? Thanks for viewing. They want me to say something in the chat. I'll say something in the chat. Fuck the police. Defund the police in Minnesota. In fact about it, defund the police across the country. You know why they won't do that? Because white people will be scared as fuck. White people will be scared as fuck. If you get rid of the police, white people have no protection. You see? From the ruthless, I would say ruthless punishment. I can't even say punishment because it's what they reaped upon you for no reason. For no reason. And continuously do it every day. But yet, you have black men and black women who make these videos who talk about that, how they would kill a nigga. How they would kill a nigga. Yeah, I just posted one on the Mo Show Chicago. We ain't scared. Ain't never bowed down or ran from no nigga. What about the white man? What about that white KKK police? Huh? Are you afraid of him? Are you afraid of him? Yeah, all of these stories about police getting killed. So what? They should be killed. They should be killed. Why? Because all of the treachery and murder that they have done on young black men, young or old, they didn't give a fuck. So why should you give a fuck? Why should you give a fuck? You've been giving a fuck for how many years? How many years? Since 1555, you've been giving a fuck? And all that you have gotten was lynchings, castration, burnings, rapings. All by who? The Caucasian man. Not to mention the fact that he just killed the one another yours. And he was legally armed. They walked into Amir's Locke place where he was asleep, a no-knock. Walked into his place of residency. I see I didn't appear in the chat room. Let me do that again. MOPOWERZ. They did not say who they were until they stuck the key in the door and opened it and crossed his threshold, which, according to law, any state that you're in, when they cross your threshold, you are able to blast them away. I wish that every state had the Indiana law, even as the police. They killed that young man unjustly, and he wasn't even on the warrant list. He wasn't even on the warrant list, and the police even said that. The Minneapolis Police Department said that he wasn't even on the warrant list, yet and still he's dead. 22 years old. When will it stop? Even the black chief, Arredondo, stepped down. He resigned. You know why? Because he got tired of visiting these black mothers or black families, saying that he's sorry for the actions of the white KKK police in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I would step down too. Sad. Every day in the news. Every day in the news. If you read the news, sad. Black man sleep on his couch. White man enters his place of residence with the key to the apartment in which he was staying in, which means the landlord or whoever that manages the building gave them the key to the apartment in which he was staying in, and then they slickly went into his apartment with the key, opened the door. And it wasn't until after they opened the door that all madness took place. And the young black man who had the right to defend himself ended up dead. I'm going to tell you all something. The white man is America's terrorist. He is the domestic terrorist of this country, the white man. The white man. I know that they are not going to give this live a lot of views, but I frankly don't give a fuck. I frankly don't give a fuck. How long will you black men, young black men, because they tend to be killing more young black men versus old black men, and I am blessed to be an OG. Huh? I am blessed to be an OG. What is the average age of a white man in this country? And what is the average age of a black man in this country? I'm brown, but they say I'm black. I'm brown, but they say I'm black. How miseducated can you be? Are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? Do I look black or do I look brown? That's how they miseducate you. They can show you police footage of them doing wrong and then manipulating it to make you think that they're right when they're wrong. All day, every day. And they wonder why police officers end up dying, end up shot. People are tired of this shit. People are tired of this shit. The KKK got a green light to go shoot another unarmed black. He was armed, but he had a right to be armed, according to his attorney, Amir Locke, Minnesota. Not even a year after George Floyd, maybe a year, maybe 18 months, but they still have killed 3-4 more other black men fatally shot by Minneapolis Police Department. You know, I always watch All About the Benjamins, meaning Puff Daddy video with Lil' Kim and Jadakiss and D-Block, you know. And in that video, D-Block said, stay away from Minnesota. He said, stay away from Minnesota. I'm just saying. Arredondo, and I still call you Chief because I have respect for you. I feel you in regards to you going to those black women's doors and telling them that a white KKKK, yeah, another K, so-called police officer then killed your son. I feel you, man. And I would have stepped down too. It's sad. It's just not Minneapolis. It's all over the country, especially in North Carolina. Think about that. Think about how many black men have been killed by law enforcement. Okay? I don't care if you're in Alaska, California, Idaho, Montana, California, Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas, Chicago, Indiana. It don't matter where you at. How many black men have been killed by law enforcement since the beginning of the year? Most of them unarmed. I'm just saying. This live is not going to get much attention And I know it's not because it's talking about the police. My family is the police, and I tell him every day he's a pussy. He's a pussy. Because he don't speak out about the injustice that white police do to white people. Just like they had that black guy in Wisconsin who had 2 killings, and one was a young black girl. Didn't have any arms, but he's labeled a hero. Aren't you tired of this shit? Aren't you tired? Some people call me an angry black man. And I should be angry because my people are being persecuted by the KKK, aka police. And all of these black superintendents of police, they're placed in a position between their own people and the wrongdoings of the KKK, who's recruiting police officers. You can't tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about because I deal with the police every day. Every day. So you can say what the fuck you want to say. And I really don't give too much about this live and how many views did I get. I don't really give a fuck. When will black people wake up? Every time a police man ends up dead, I feel happy. Every time they kill a police officer, I feel happy. Because every time the police officer kills a black man, they're happy. They're happy about that shit. Why is it that they're so happy about this black man not being able to go home to his family? Huh? What's so happy about that? That black man can't go home to his family. But you want to go home to yours, right? You want to go home to yours? Not to mention the fact that you've given the green light with this white supremacy rulership to kill black men freely. Freely. This reminds me of the Breonna Taylor case. No knock, no warrant. Hey, they used a key. They used a key. And didn't say who the fuck they were until they got over his threshold. So he really had the right to off their ass. He really had the right to off their ass if he could. And then they're going to say, according to the Minneapolis Police Department, that the officer who shot him, which is Hennepin, wow, which would remind me of Hennepin County, okay? Which reminds me of Hennepin County, Minnesota. Just so happens to so-called devil man, police officer, shot the black man who wasn't even on the warrant list and told him to get the fuck on the ground. Okay? Like he's nobody. Look, you entering my home on a no-knock, which you're not supposed to be doing. Which you are not supposed to be doing. And then you kill me. But the first thing you want to bring up is that I had a gun. I'm supposed to have a gun to protect myself from people like you. The Police. I'm sorry. Not SC, but CE. Police. Really? It's not about burglaries. Not about somebody robbing your home. It's the police. And yes, I am for the defunding of the police across America. Not just Minnesota. I'm going to tell you what happens when you defund the police. When you defund the police, white people are in trouble. Okay? When you defund the police, white people are in trouble. Not black people. Black people have been in trouble since they made us slave on a free land, captured by foreign people, okay? So when the police get shot and killed, hey, it's a hoorah, hoorah. It's a party. Because they've showed you how they partied after they've killed a black man on video, nationwide, worldwide. So why should I feel the way that they feel? Huh? Like I say, I hang with the police every day. Every day I'm with the police. Every single day. And if you know me, I'm hanging with the police every single day. And sadly, the bad cops make it bad for the good cops. I'm going to say that again. The bad cops make it bad for the good cops. I'm sorry. I said that wrong again. The bad cops make it bad for the good cops. The bad cops make it bad for the good cops. Finally got it right. Soldiers, I don't worry about soldiers. I don't worry about the police. I'm with them every day. I want to do a live about why police kill black men. I'm going to do that video. And I'm going to tell you why they do. I just have to cross all of my T's and dot all of my I's when I do that, okay? I have to cross all of my T's and dot all of my I's when I do that. But I have access to all of that information because I'm with the police every day. It's sad. There will never be, for all of you black people out there who are stupid. And I tell you, yes, you're stupid. You see this shirt I got on? Black History 365. Not just in the month of February, but every fucking day. If there was no black history, there would be no white history. I'm going to say that again. If there was no black history, there would be no white history. That's not even up for debate. And yes, to all of my white friends out there, ask me if I give a fuck how you feeling. The answer is no. Because you know that they are wrong. You know that they are wrong. So I don't give a fuck. So if I lose a couple of you motherfuckers, I don't give a fuck. That's how real this live is. Not only in Minnesota, it's Chicago, it's California, it's Tennessee, it's Texas, it's Florida, it's New York, it's New Jersey. Anywhere that there's a high population of black people, white police officers who recruit the KKK. Not to mention the fact that this officer, Hennepin, has had disciplinary action against him 3 or 4 times. The latest one was in 2018. For racial, what they call it? Yeah. You know, some people call me an angry black man, but I have a right to be mad and upset because my people are persecuted, and that could be me next. That could be me next. That could be me next. That can be your daughter. That can be your son. That can be your granddaughter or your nephew, cousin. It don't matter to the white man who wears the badge, which is the badge of the Jews. Which is the badge of the Jews. Most police officers across this country or sheriffs have a 6-point star. Doesn't that represent the Jews? I'm just saying. You have some that have a 5-point star. Not many. Many sheriff stars are 6-point stars, which represents the Jews. Nobody's in the chat room right now. I wonder why. I haven't got a chat from 1968 who wanted to debate me about Socrates. I haven't got no one in the chat room that wanted to debate me about the Nation of Islam. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Just like the people who thought that George Washington was the first president. Stupid. As I call my kids, a box of rocks. That's what they are, a box of rocks. Yeah. When you bring truth to the surface, many people have a problem with it. And right now, this is a problem and has always been a problem. White men killing black men. That's a problem. Nobody seems to be concerned with that. But what if that was your son or your daughter? What if, right? What would you do? Would you speak out? Would you say something? Where's Clarence Thomas at? Hey, where's Clarence Thomas at? The Supreme Court Justice. Where's he at on this? Huh? But you think a black female on the Supreme Court is going to make a difference, huh? I'm just saying. And he's still smiling there with his pose on the Supreme Court with his black robe like nothing ever existed. Because he don't give a fuck. And they don't give a fuck. So yeah. When the police get shot and killed, I celebrate. I drink to that. A shot of tequila, please. Just like they celebrate after they kill you. They step on your neck and they kick your body. Right? Saying job done. Y'all remember that? That which happened in Atlanta, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all too caught up on love and hip hop and basketball. That's what y'all caught up on. Everybody's gonna die. How will you die? Will you die like a bitch? Or will you die like a dude? Would you rather be a champ or would you rather die like a chump? I'm just saying. No, this is 100 tonight. And like I said, I know that I'm not going to get many views on this, and frankly, I don't give a fuck. If a black man was to enter a white man's home with the key and tell him, you haven't even heard of a fucking story like that, ever. You haven't even heard of a story like that. You never heard of a story of a black police entering a subject's home with the key and telling him that he's the police, and then the black man shoots the suspect. You never heard of such of a thing, ever. You've never heard of that. You never heard of that. And if you have, let me know, because I don't think you can tell me that shit. In fact, about it, I don't think that you can really tell me about a black police officer shooting a white suspect. Can you tell me? Can you tell me in the chat room? Yeah, I know ain't nobody out there right now. Huh? Yeah. You're listening to Hassan Campbell talk that bullshit. Right? You're listening to Hassan Campbell talk that bullshit to you right now. This man was not even on search warrant to be apprehended, aka killed. Okay? He wasn't even on a search warrant. How long will you let this go on? They will not stop killing us until we start killing them. Real talk. You know, you have people that be on these social media outlets, right? Some of them talk real shit. Some of them don't talk real shit. Most of them don't. It be on nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's in the chat. And you know, I'm still talking. It needs to be said. If you don't kill the police, they're going to kill you. I'm going to say that again. If you don't kill the police, they're going to kill you. If you don't kill the police, they're going to kill you. My evidence is the history of the police department across the country. That's my evidence. I'm not telling you to go out and kill the police. No. However, I am telling you the police record. And the first prison in the United States was in Pennsylvania. Okay? And it has never stopped since then. I don't care if you white. I don't care if you black. I don't care if you brown. I don't care if you pink, peach, yellow, green, purple. It don't matter. The police are against you, especially if you're a poor white. Poor white trash. I'm going to say that again. Poor white trash is like black people, okay? They will shoot you and kill you. They just had that white boy over there in, what was it, Tennessee? They shot and killed him because he had a what? Pocket knife? You got a knife and you got a pocket knife, but you kill him. I'm going to lose a lot of white friends. I don't give a fuck. If white friends were black people friends, as they say that they are, they would be on the same side of justice, wouldn't they? But they're not. Some are. Many are, in fact, In fact about it, it's a lot of good white people that's preventing a racial war. I'm going to say that again. It's a lot of decent white people who help rule this country is stopping a race war. You can be, Democratic or Republican. They're all the same. I asked a good friend of mine today, what's the difference between a Democratic and a Republican? There's no difference. There's no difference. That's just like me asking you, what's the difference between a Confederate flag and the US flag? There's no difference. You understand? There's no difference. In fact about it, the Democrats were the Republicans of today back then. The Democrats did what? They funded the KKK. Now it's the Republicans that's funding the KKK. You see? It's all a game. It's all a GAME. It's a game. And I'm sorry that this live has went on as long as it went. And I don't have no people in the chat room yet. And we've been going like 41 minutes. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. And the reason being because I'm telling the truth. Even a white man who pulled that trigger, no, he's telling the truth. Why is it that a black man never shoots the black man, huh? Huh? With the exception of that one incident that took place maybe in Texas or something, maybe 3-4 years ago, where the black stupid man shot up the windshield, with the black man in it. It's sad. Like I say, I'm brown. I'm not black. I'm brown. But they call me black. But either way, they shoot and kill me, right? Because it's called what? Self-survival. If they don't kill black men, they will be wiped out. Even black men are having kids by white women on a regular. Not just once or twice, but on a regular. And they can't have that because they can't survive. If they're not reproducing, they can't survive. In fact about it, how many states do you have right now where white people are not reproducing? I'm just saying. Vermont is number 1 on the list, okay, if you didn't know. And this coming straight off the DOME. No notes. Just from reading, understanding world events. The current world in which we live in is not the so-called rap, okay? Hip-hop and basketball is not the reality of today. Rap music that you hear is a reality, but not a reality. They would kill you, yeah, even the artist. But that's because that's what they want it to be. Don't you get tired of having some prejudiceness or racialness against you because you're with someone who is not of your hue? But if you're a black person, I'm going to tell you this is actual facts. And I want to emphatically say this. If there was no black people, there would be no white people, okay? I even call them peach. Some say pink. Some say peach. Pink or peach. It all starts with the P, okay? But if it wasn't for the B, the black, there would be no white. And I don't care how you put it in the crayon box. But it's the black people that are consistently being killed by white police, a.k.a. the slave master. The slave master. Willie Lynch has never left. The Willie Lynch syndrome and Willie Lynch himself has never left. I don't have no people in the chat, you all, but I'm going to end this. Like at what, 50, what was this, 45 minutes? Whatever it is, I'm going to end it. And I'm going to lose a lot of white friends. And I frankly don't give a fuck. Okay? I don't give a fuck. Everything that you know that I'm saying is true. It's your brother, the MOPOWERZ, where knowledge is power. Remember, it is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. And if you haven't done so already, press the fucking subscribe button, even if you white or pink or peach, whatever color you are in the crayon box. Peace out.